Hello and welcome to my May wrap-up. So in May, I ended up reading 21 books, I think, which sounds very exciting and like a lot, but it's not, okay? Don't get too excited. Once again, 90% of them are manga, so not that exciting. I did end up reading I ended up starting 2 different manga series, and that's why it ended up being 21 books. I didn't read a lot of physical books. As I said, most of the books are manga, which is not great for me, but it's okay. Sometimes I need a little break. But let's get into my reviews. I don't think this is going to be a very long video, but we'll see. So the first book that I read in May was Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. I did start this in April, but I didn't finish it. This follows our main character, B, and she is a scientist of some kind. I don't know science. Neuroengineer. And she ends up getting this offer to work on this project for NASA in collaboration with Levi. They have a history together, which was that when they were in, I think it's university or some other name for it that's American and I don't know, they were in school together and he hated her, supposedly, according to B. So she fears that she's gonna have a shit time working with him, but she still wants to really work on this project. So she ends up moving and working on the project for NASA, which is like a weird helmet that does something for astronauts. I don't know. As I said, I'm not a science girly, so this is more my sister's area, not mine. So we follow 2 main characters working together, and they obviously have a romance because, yeah. And I think that's the plot, I guess. I ended up giving this a 4.5. I think Ali Hazelwood's books, at least for now, I've only read 2. They're very enjoyable, very entertaining, fun, fast, a great time. Are they the most literary greatness? No, but I don't care about that personally. I could read a Wattpad book written by a 13-year-old with terrible grammar. If it's entertaining, I love it. So that's how I feel about books, I guess. I really liked the romance. It was cute. There's some smut, which is also great. It's just fun. I don't know how to review this like in length. I don't know. It's entertaining, it's fun, the plot is fun. There's a tinge of miscommunication, but I don't think it's that bad. It makes sense. But if you don't like that, just be aware. Yeah, it's fun. That's my review. Also, if you notice these figurines that are from Stranger Things, I know I have 2 of the same one. We're gonna ignore. The next book I did not read, but I'm going to include it because I always do. I DNF'd Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. Yeah. I don't remember how many pages I read. I think it was like 30 something, maybe 33. I don't know why I think it's 33 or 32. This kind of book is not for me. I couldn't get through it. The first chapter already set the scene for me, like, oh, I'm not gonna like this. Oh, yeah, so, no. My friend also said that I was not gonna like this because she read half of it and was not enjoying it. She's also DNF'd it now. She was like, you're not gonna like this. And she was correct once again. So, no. If you haven't heard of this, this is, I think, a memoir. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I think this is. And it's about this woman talking about her experiences with love throughout the years, but it's so millennial. I don't even know. I could not be bothered. Nothing is relatable. I don't care about reading. From what I read, I don't care about her going to parties as an underage teenager and having intimacy with random people and smoking and whatever. I don't care. So that is my review. I didn't like it. Next, I read the first 8 volumes of, I think it's called My Love Story with Yamada-kun something. I just know the name in Japanese and I'm not gonna try that because I'm gonna butcher it. I just know it is Yamada, oh my god. My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999. There you go. I read the first 8 volumes of that because I really want to watch the anime adaptation, but I feel like I need to read it before. So that's what I did. We follow this girl, I don't remember the names. except for Yamada, because that's in the title. We follow our main character, and her boyfriend breaks up with her, and she plays video games. And in this video game, she is in this guild or like group with a bunch of people, and one of them is kind of mean in the game, and she's trying to get help, and she's kind of not good at the game. So one day she accidentally encounters him in real life, and her boyfriend is there as well, and she pretends to be dating him, and it starts a whole chain of events where she hangs out with this person in the game and in real life, and they have a romance. I don't know if that made sense or if that's correct, but that's what my head is saying. I gave all of the volumes around 4 to 4.5 stars. I had some favorite volumes. I think it was volume 5, 4, and volume 7 that were my favorites. I gave those 4.5 and the rest 4. It's super cute. We follow a guy who doesn't really care about anything but video games, and he starts to slowly like the girl main character, and we also follow a bunch of other characters that are in the guild and stuff like that. It's cute. I enjoyed it, and I'm excited to get to the anime. Next, I read another manga series. I read from volume 1 to 10 of A Side Character's Love Story. We follow two main characters that work together at a convenience store, and the girl falls in love with the guy for the first time in her life, falling in love, and so we follow them both kind of falling in love for the first time and dating each other and not really knowing how it works, and it's really cute, which is why I read 10 volumes in like 2 days. I once again gave them around, I think there was one that was 3 stars, but 4 to 5 stars, 4 to 4.5 stars. My favorite volumes were 5 and 6. It was really cute. I loved the romance. They're like very shy people that don't really know how anything works. It was very cute. The next book that I read was Our Dark Duet by V.E. Schwab. I forgot the name for a second. And this is the second and final book of the Monsters of Verity series, which is about this city world, but city that has 2 different sides ruled by 2 different men, and we follow one of the children from each side. We follow Kate and August, and August is tasked to follow Kate to like kind of have leverage and kind of like see if she does anything, because they're kind of at war, and in this city there are monsters in the wild, and August is one of them. In this world, the monsters come from violence, so if you commit a murder, a monster will come out of that. There's 3 different types of monsters that can appear. There's Korsai, Malachi, I don't remember, and Sunai. And August is a Sunai, which is a monster that feeds off of your soul, and they're very rare. They come from very big murders. So there's only 3 of them, and they're all on this side of the war. There's none here. And we follow that. I liked the first book. I think I gave it a 4. This, however, 2.5. No. During the first 50 to 100 pages, I was heavily considering DNFing this because I was not having a good time. But I pushed through because I thought I was gonna like it as much as the first one. I didn't, as you know. Without spoiling, there is a new character, let's say, added to this book that I don't enjoy. The plot was kind of boring, in my opinion, because I did not like that character. The ending was the worst for me. No, thank you. Nothing about this really appealed to me, and when I finished this I was very disappointed, but also not really. I'm glad that I finished this series, but I'm also going to probably be unhauling this because I'm never gonna reread this, and I hated this. Hate, dislike. I understand why some people might like it. I don't. And the last book that I read in May was a reread, which was the 3rd volume of Full Metal Alchemist. 3rd volume meaning volumes 7, 8, and 9, because this is the 3-in-1 version. This follows 2 characters, Ed and Al. They're brothers, and when they were little they tried to bring back their mother from the dead using alchemy, but it backfires, and Ed, which is the blonde guy, ends up losing 2 limbs, and Al loses his body, and his soul is his soul is contained in a suit of armor. And we follow these 2 teenagers, they're 14 and something, and 16, I think. We follow these two teenagers try to learn more about alchemy so that they can bring their bodies back slash body parts, and by doing that they meet a bunch of weird villains and stuff like that. This is another case of I want to read these before I watch the show, and hopefully now that I've caught up with what I've already read, I can continue and finish. I have 6 more of these to go and then I've finished, so hopefully I will do that soon. That would be ideal. This volume I ended up giving a 4. It is cool. I love the plot. I love the alchemy slash magic thing. We get some new characters in this volume as well. Do I love them? Not yet. And then there's some plot twists in this. I already knew because I've already read this, but there's a plot twist in this one that is very fun, and I love the villains, the concept. I don't like them, but the concept is really fun. So hopefully I will continue this soon and not put it off forever. But those are all the books that I read in May. Only 3 were physical. Good job. Did I have a good time? Yes, because I did like all of the manga and I liked these 2, but physically not so great. I have 2 books that I'm going to be unhauling. 3, because the first book of this series, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah, I think I did fine. This is fine. We're okay. Do I have a bad problem of buying books because it's slowly getting to 200 physical books? Yes. Am I reading enough to catch up with that? No. But it's okay.
Denial is a river in Egypt. Your husband is gay.
But that is everything for today, and I'll see you in my next weird video. Bye!